Even heard of 13-year-old Alamiznik outside Russia before this tournament. She's virtually no track record internationally, but here she emerged to take the overall title and looks set to follow some of the great gymnasts who first come to prominence in this competition.
Yes, on the asymmetric bars she was particularly impressive. And that's the catch-off over the high bar. She includes in her routine 3 release and grasps from the bars. There, somersaulting right away from the bar. And again. And apart from those somersaulting moves, she concludes a lot of intricate linking movements like that one we just saw there.
And there, giant circles taken from the men's routines and into that double somersault finish.
Well, I think outside Olympic competition, that's one of the most, well, in terms of content, difficult routines I've seen.
Well, certainly the judges thought so, because she got 9.85 for that, a high mark by any standard.
Yes, and this is the build-up to her dismount. Now she's just building up the speed here as she swings down below the bar and up there, and 2 somersaults before coming for her landing.
Well, she's followed by another youngster, Natalia Ilyenko. Now, we have seen her in Great Britain. She came over for the Coca-Cola meeting at the end of last year and finished a disappointing 6th. But that was mainly because she fell off the beam, normally one of her best pieces of apparatus.
Of course, these gymnasts are very young. Natalia, she was one of the oldest in the competition at 14. So I think mistakes at their stage in their career, very excusable. They're trying, probably for the first time, to put in some of the very complex moves, trying to gain experience in a competition where the results aren't that vital. And that's Lyudmila Teresheva, a very familiar name in gymnastics.
Yes, obviously had a special hairdo for the event, giving some advice there to the judges on the judges' conference.
So, onto the beam, Natalia Ilyenko. Just watch this sequence here. Split leap straight into a tuck-back somersault. Absolutely no pauses.
That was most impressive, because most of the girl gymnasts have to build themselves up to that sort of somersault, rated as one of the most difficult moves.
And there again, continuous movement straight into that complicated flick and hollow somersault.
She really did look so confident all through this exercise, as if it was one of those days when she just knew that she wasn't going to come off, and never really any sort of uncertainty whenever she had to come out of a move and get a firm footing.
And I think her dismount so typifies that, because she comes out of a double backflip and she's moving very fast, and she has to time her feet so they come down together. She can get a powerful takeoff. And this is the build-up to her dismount. She does a preparatory back walkover just so she can get herself absolutely on balance there, just checking she's right, builds up the speed now, and there into that double somersault.
It really is an amazingly attacking routine for the beam, where you know that anything slightly offline, and that's it. But Ilyenko, full of confidence, 9.8, and a chance to see that finishing set of moves once again.
The first flick here, just starting to build up the speed. There she has to commit herself, no margin for error on that takeoff, and such height, you feel she could almost do 3 somersaults. And now another young Russian who caught the eye, Svetlana Mirzanenko, just 12 years of age, from Odessa on the Black Sea.
Yes, we thought that this performance was really good there, a double pike. And she didn't even make the contingent from Russia who counted in this tournament. They only allowed 4 of their own people to count in the scoring list, and she was not in that 4. But she still have finished in the top 10 overall.
Combining her tumbles there. Tremendous speed of movement. He was just pausing there, gaining a breath now for this final tumble. Double tuck somersault.
That's the amazing thing. At 12 years old, they're already getting in 2 lots of double somersaults into their routines.
Well, you wonder at what age they started serious training. She's 12 now. She must have been doing 4 hours training daily from age 8, 9. But now, one of her tumbles, this was the double pike, and she did that out of a front somersault walkout, making it more complex.
Alamiznik once again.
And again, watch for the combinations of tumbles. She did 2 whip somersaults. That's flicks without hands before going into the double somersault.
Feature of all the girls in this tournament, piling more moves into each tumbling run than we're used to seeing with the older performers.
Well, she's just 13, so it's another 2 years before she can enter world competition. Still, the Russians entering her now to gain valuable experience.
Yes, it's interesting looking at the Russian men and women's teams. There's Nelly Kim on the women's side, who's retired, and Andrianov on the men, and we're seeing people who look as if they're going to fit in and take their places very easily.
And she linked there together 2 full twisting somersaults.
Again, it's a double tuck somersault to finish with. Seemingly very easy, not at all tired.